Welcome, board game soloists, to Top Solo Games. I'm J. Allen Riker, horror author and solo board game fanatic. And today I'm going to show you a bit of a playthrough, probably a fight or two, or maybe three, depending on how fast they go, of Hoplomachus Victorum. I integrated Pandora's Ruin. So we will be seeing that. I'm going to try to explain kind of what's different from just the base game as we go. I've been having a ton of fun. I'm actually almost to the end of this campaign. You can see, so these are the weeks. So I'm 3/4 of the way done, and I need to start closing in on Vesuvius because that is where the final battle will go down with, in this case, Calliope. I've never played against Calliope before, so I'm definitely not going to try to show you that because the Scions play a little bit weird, and I'm sure I'll make way too many mistakes and it'll be way too slow going. Right now we are in Lamosia, I guess, facing off against the Lamosians. I say facing off, I just beat the Lamosian Primus, Sea Strider. Very obnoxious opponent because not only does he retaliate for one every time you hit him, he also has Absorb, which means that he never takes more than 1 point of damage. So luckily, my hero strikes from afar. I don't have the real chip because for the he's the Parthian. Because I had I have the original Kickstarter set, and they sent 2 incorrect chips in a lot of those. This was one of them, and the other one was actually for the Lamosian. I've got that put away. Now, they sent me a replacement for this one, but they missed out on that one. I requested, but it doesn't matter because when you play it, especially when you play it as a hero, you all the stats, you don't get the stats from this side. This is who it is as an enemy, as a Primus, but as a hero, it's blank. Your stats come out of the book and go onto this, and then the real differentiation happens here with these character, and you see that's what he should look like. Character, the Parthian, specific prowess cards to give you special abilities as you gain them. Okay, that is enough chat. Let's get going. Now, I currently can only move 3 at a time. That's something that you can upgrade as you go, and I do have it up, so I've got it up to 3. It could go up to 4. So I'm actually not going to be able to escape Lamosia before I have to fight or spectate, but I'm in good shape, so I'm gonna fight. So 1, 2, 3. We're gonna do a blood sport. So there's a couple stacks of cards here that are off camera. Sorry about that, but I want things to be viewable. So these are your bloodshed events. This means it's a deadly fight in the Colosseum. This means it's a sport. So it could be King of the Hill, Capture the Flag, or a skirmish. And in this one, your support doesn't die. In Bloodshed, when your soldiers die, they die. They go back in the bag. And I'm gonna tell you, the last Primus fight, I got nearly wiped. I had to use some of my upgrading to recruit. And I don't have any tactics ability, I'm just realizing, because I still need to do a sport event to be able to put those back. I know that may not make any sense to you. I'm sorry about that. Okay, so let's really get this started. So these go back in the bag. They were from the last fight. So the rules of this Bloodshed, this is what really adds, besides the different stadiums, what adds a lot of variety to the game is that every fight has a different little rule set that you have to follow and a like thematic reason. So to the grave. When accepted, you may sacrifice any number of units in your camp to add the same number of units or the same number of black die, which hit on 5 out of 6 sides, to your hero's attack for this combat. We'll hold the line, the warrior shouted as enemies rushed in with an almost gleeful savagery. We believe in you, forever our champion. I don't have enough fighters to really be sacrificing any, and my Primus does a ton of, like a good amount of damage anyway. But I will say that these guys are getting, the way that you play advancing difficulty in the Pandora's Ruin Mercury's Boots expansion, which makes it run through faster, is that you start adding, for every Primus you beat, you add another set of bonuses. The original game did it just based off of which act you're in, of the 4 acts, but because it takes you a while to gear up, and you really need to be taking out Primuses, they did it here so that you don't face... I like it because you don't face negative consequences until you're definitely powerful enough to really face them. But still, this is going to be tough because now the rival deploys 2 units on its first turn each combat, and that is a new consequence for me. Okay, so one more fight here in the Lemosian Stadium, which is like tiered stairs. These are higher, and you do more damage when you're higher up than your opponents. I'm going to do this one because I don't know how the other one plays, and I don't want to learn it on camera. So here we go. So they get a local, the Bolus Hunter, and he gets 2 extra HP as one of the scaling benefits as the game goes, or scaling penalties to us as the game goes on. First non-Primus rival unit deployed gets +2, and then there are 2 bag units. The locals have benefit. In this case, their movement goes up to 3, which is really bad for him because he's balanced with his movement at 1. And another one? That's really wild. So he also has that 3 movement benefit. And a Warseer who also has a movement of 3, but naturally. I like to put the card here just to remind myself of what benefits they get. Oh yeah, I have to draw 1 extra. Geez, I guess I really should consider sacrificing somebody. And it's another Lemosian. So it's another one who moves only 1 space at a time, but he moves 3 instead. I have a feeling I'm going to take a lot of damage in this fight. Okay, so I get to decide in what order they come out. I don't want her because she will move. She is a tactician, so she gets to move. Everyone else that comes in is dazed or stunned, and they don't get to move. So she would just go straight to the center. Not that they're not going to move straight to the center. Okay, he moves so slowly with he has 1 movement. I like to get the defenders out. You see he has a shield. He doesn't have that much hit points, but he has regeneration. She's gonna die. Okay, so comes into play stunned. So we go to the enemy. We are going to first deploy, then move them, and remember they have movement 3, even though they're supposed to land movement 1, because they're Lemosians. That was really bad luck. drawing 2 more extra Lemosians. And because she's a Warseer, she gets to move on the first, even though she doesn't get to attack. She also doesn't have ranged attack. The orange is the range, so these are Bola hunters. So they have a thrown weapon that goes 2. A lot of the archers can go 3. Like, she throws javelins, and so they don't go as far. But they don't go far enough to hit her, so at least there's that. I feel like I need to get my hero out there, or else I'm going to lose, like, everybody. Okay, now he has first strike. A lot of these distance fighters do have first strike. So once the enemy gets close enough, you can use that. So he does get to attack because they are within his range. So I have to decide whether or not I'm going to move her up. I need my troops to survive, so I think, well, okay, I'm going to move her up. Okay, so I'm going to have him attack, and we're going to try to wipe out him. Oh, wow, he does it on his own. Okay, that's great. I should have definitely gone for him. But that would be, pushing my luck, because he has 5, so she does have to get 1. She got 2. So you see it's a little bit hard to see on camera, but they have swords on the sides that hit, and each die has a different number of pips. So yellow have 2, blue has 3, green has 4, black has 5. Then there is a red die, which is just an auto hit. It has 6. Okay, so she hit for 2, and we're going to take her out. Okay, so now it's the enemy's turn first. Spawning, then this tells how the AI works. So archer units will attack flagholder first. This is not capture the flag. Highest hex, they will move to the highest hex in the range of an opponent, and then they will shoot the farthest opponent they can from that highest hex. So he is on the highest hex. Those are the highest 2 hexes on the map. So he will attack her, and he will have an extra black die. Okay, he almost wiped her, but not quite. So that's good. That's very good. So we're going to spawn someone in just in case, and we're going to spawn in this tanky fellow. So now we move. We only have 2 movements with this hero, which is kind of too bad. Okay, so they go for the farthest opponent. So I'm going to put her here because... Oh, wait. No, I'm not, because I forget he can move 3. I was thinking he was going to start creeping up and I would get a couple shots off. So I'm going to actually just move her back because I don't want her to get hit, and he's the farthest opponent. He's in range, so he won't move. Okay, so now we attack. I'm going to move here. That's as far as it will need to move to keep him from attacking. I should have just let her be where she was. Okay. We'll roll with her first. 1 damage. Has 4 more hit points. So it's easy to see from the side. Almost certainly not going to take this guy out this time. I have to get pretty lucky, but it's possible. I shouldn't be almost certainly not going to. Yep, did 3. That's what I was expecting. I just had this feeling that green wasn't going to hit. Okay, now that the other one is dead, he is outnumbered. Confidence actually makes them stronger when they are outnumbered. You see that they have the confidence ability. So, not only is he rolling an extra black die from being high, he's going to roll a green die from being confident. And did 3 damage. That hurts. Oh, I forgot to move. 1, 2, 3. Two more damage. Jeez. Okay, so now it's finally my turn. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to deploy, but there's not... Hopefully this fight won't last long enough. He moves 1. She's going to attack him. I really hope one of these hits. Yes, got 1. So he attacks. 4. Yeah. 3. Okay, he's gonna attack. He's gonna do 2 points of damage to me. I should have moved him away. He doesn't have to be up against him. And then he would have gone for this guy because he has taunt. 2 points of damage. Alright, let's wipe this guy out. Give my hero the final attack, 3 points. He only has 2. He's done. Okay, so we took him out. Let's go through the cleanup. So we mark a week. We collect the reward, which is a stat upgrade. And I'm down to 3 health. That's nuts from 1 fight. I'm gonna upgrade my die. So the thing is that the rest of them, when they get hurt, it doesn't really matter unless they die. If they die, they're gone in a blood sport. But if they're hurt, they come back at full strength. Your hero doesn't. Your hero has the strength that he has. So you have to stop and rest. So let's see. We want to go here, but I'm definitely not prepared to fight yet. We could go here and spectate, and I could get my health back. Now the sport that we're going is okay. Defensive, add a black to their attacks. That's really good. I've been playing with a lot of defenders. I currently only have 1. Let's go ahead and swap the arena. I need to read the rules to be able to make a good decision on this. Okay, Pluto's refugees. I've been starting with side B because it's the original side and I know how to play it. Although the rules say to start on side A, I've been liking to refamiliarize myself with the arena before. I don't think that it really, matters fairness-wise. Okay, so the lions, beast cages. The two highlighted hexes are the key hexes and also the beast cages. During setup, place the chimera and Gigi arena units randomly on the cages face up with their HP. Arena turns. The beast acts during the arena turn. In a non-sport event, the beast must also be defeated in order to win. Fearful. Non-local rival units treat hexes adjacent to beasts as if they are blocked. Rival units will never place tactics on beasts. Animal Trainer. Local rival units will not mark or target arena beasts. All local units ignore combat lock on arena beasts. Arena beasts will not mark on local units. And when using roaming to move, do not stop moving if adjacent to only local units. So there are wild beasts in this arena, and the locals, they ignore the locals. So that is the benefit that the locals have. This would have one local with a tactic and one bag warrior. So this is who would be facing. You get to see, they sit here. I shouldn't have looked beyond it, but I can't remember what that was anyway. So it would be a fury. So the question is, do we try to face this? Oh, so I cross countries and I have an ability to where after when I switch territories, I can roll to get a benefit. I rolled a 2. That lets me heal for 2. Well, that's nice, but it actually makes the decision now whether or not I stop and rest right now a little harder. Let's give this a shot. It'd be really good to have an extra soldier. So I'm going to try this with only half hit points for my guy, which is a little bit nuts. For me, at least. I guess I must kind of play a little conservatively. Which means we're facing off with the Fury. Fury comes out with 2 extra hit points. And the tactic, so this tells you if they get a tactic or not, of hamstring, which is rough. It means you can only attack or move. So these monsters each have combat lock and roaming. So this is the unit skills. Quite a few keywords, but the thing is you don't have to get too intimidated by this because each region specializes in just a handful of skills. And so it looks much more intimidating than it really is. So combat lock, opponents that are adjacent to this unit at the start of their turn cannot move during the movement step that turn. Roaming. For this unit's movement, roll an arena die a number of times equal to its movement. For each roll, this unit moves in the corresponding direction according to the compass. This unit does not move during its troops' movement step if already adjacent to an opponent, and stops moving if it becomes adjacent to one. Okay, well that's going to slow the pace a little bit. Then we need to draw the other 2 opponents. I forgot that I'll be drawing an extra. I'm hoping not to get any defenders. Okay, so another tactician. and another tactician. Wow. Those guys are going to be moving really fast, but they don't have very much hit points. So that's great. And they also don't get the special bonus of this match, which is guard, like these defender units add a black die to their attacks. But I'm remembering now. Okay, so this is blood sport, or not. This is a sporting event. So somebody is the Tribune. They are the most popular, and if you defeat them in the regular game, your hero loses a lot of hit points. In this one, you gain Scion influence, which means you add more Banes to the draw bag, which are chips that just do bad things. So what I just realized that's bad is that this is a King of the Hill event, and those are the hills. So in order to, I have to get 6 points, which means I have to be standing on these I get 1 point for each of these spaces that I'm standing on at the start of my turn. So that is going to be a bit dangerous. So they deploy 2. So now it's the arena turn. So they will roam for their movement. And that is the... Okay, so 3. So there, I didn't say who I was doing. Because this one... 2. This one... 3, and I don't remember what you do if you can't move them in that direction. I don't think that this said. Well, I'm just going to say they don't. He's not going to move. 6. Okay. So we're going to spawn somebody in. I'm going to spawn... Oh, wait, no. It's their turn. Okay, so they're going to definitely put hamstring on the first opponent possible, and usually they can't apply tactics unless they're adjacent to the character, but tacticians can. Just put them anywhere. I did that a bit soon. I should have spawned this guy first. And now they'll move. So they are just all basically going for the hero or the weakest opponent. The thing about tacticians is they can move a really long way. So that's an auto hit. Loses 1. But she has retaliate, so he also loses 1 for hitting me. I shouldn't have resolved that yet. Dang. That's not good. I forgot that that one has some range. Okay, so we need to do some damage quickly. Would be ideal. So with taunt, I can keep them locked in place. Most defenders have taunt as a skill. All the ones that I've seen so far, actually. And then he gets a black die because he is a defender. Can't believe that I actually remembered that. Well, I said that the cards offer a lot of variety, only if you remember to implement the rules. Okay, and so that was 2 damage. Oh, no. No. He's stunned. He's dazed. He doesn't get to do anything. She gets to attack. And hopefully she will also roll well. Did not roll well, but did enough to take him out. Okay, so now it's these fellas' turns. 4. Oh, this is not good. 2. I've got an angry chimera, which when I was a kid I thought was pronounced chimera for a very long time. Chimera is not a word that that comes up a lot in conversation unless you play till you start playing D&D. So I'm assuming it's sometime around then that I learned. Okay, so it is their turn. They have no one left to spawn. Movement, heading for the weakest opponent. Yikes. Well, it's not going to kill her. So let's find out what the damage is. Oh, you know what? He should have attacked last time, though. I forget that he's not an enemy. He does 1 damage. And let's see. This may be the end of her. Probably is. He does 1 damage. Okay, so she is gone. It's too bad. Tough fighter, but this is a sporting event, so she's just knocked out. I still have not gained a point. This is a really tough map to do King of the Hill on because of these wandering monsters. So I'm spawning somebody in. I'm going to bring in my heavy hitter. Oh, wait, no. Didn't attack with him. So he does 1 damage, but it's going to come right back, so. Oh, that reminds... Okay, wait, hold up. I'm retconning this because with taunt, he should have attacked him. So she should still have 1 and be hamstrung. Okay, so it's my turn, so he gets that regen back, and he's at 2. Spawn in my heavy hitter. Let's try to take out this chimera. Should we take out... I think if we take out both of these guys, that we no longer have to continue. That's the whole team wiped. I don't think these beasts count towards the team. Yeah, no, they don't, because you would prefer to just completely avoid them. Okay, well... Let's see how much damage I can do to that Fury. 2 damage. Man, if I can do 2 on him, then I can wipe him out. Oh, and I forgot to retaliate. I actually only need to do 1. Beautiful. A lot of little things to remember. I love the way that all that stuff mixes and matches, but especially if I'm not paying attention because I'm talking. Okay, 1 damage. See what a big difference that made? Okay, now I do take 4 Scion influence points. I wouldn't normally want to do that, but like I don't see myself getting out of this without killing him, with her having to retaliate, and with having to sit here for 6, like a bunch of rounds. Okay, so that means... Okay, this guy's out. Skirmish. or King of the Hill over. I could, I guess, continue on with the beasts, but I don't think it really matters. So I can... Luckily, now you don't have to choose whether you gain tactics or... So with one change that was made was it didn't seem like the sporting events were that worthwhile. But because you had to either recruit somebody or get your tactics back. And I know I didn't use any tactics here. I had them worn out because of the previous fight with the Lemosian Primus. But now you can do both. Like, I just kind of used to not use tactics because it was never worth doing an entire event just to get your tactics back. And then, so that meant that unless I absolutely needed to recruit, I wasn't doing sporting. Now, with being able to do both, that's enough of a benefit that I'm considering it. So, the Fury is really good. First of all, Fury would be good because the animals won't lock on. That will only count for like the next fight against the Plutonian Primus. He's good because he has Inspire, and Inspire allows everyone adjacent, all allies adjacent, to use an extra blue. I actually think that this guy's range and the fact that he is, for the next like little bit, going to be useful in this arena because the monsters won't target him. It's going to make him useful. It's a guaranteed hit. He can attack from a distance, and he has a bonus in this arena. So these two go back in the enemy bag. I don't want that Bane that I just put in there, so I gotta really shuffle it up. Okay, well, I'm not gonna go into fight with only half strength. Oh wait, though, you know what? I'm gonna take this Fury because I like him, but the next Primus fight, I can give them an extra bag unit and move it out of this arena. That's going to be good for both you and me because I can move it to an arena I'm familiar with and where I will have more of an advantage. Because they're all going to be... See, and that's the trick here. They're all locals, so they will all have the local advantage, including the Primus, unless I give them an extra guy and get out of there, which is definitely what I'm going to do. So the question is, which one do I want to fight in? Okay, so first I'm going to go to the capital. So first I'm going to spectate. I'm not going to go to the capital and then spectate because that would move it to a different Primus fight, and I like the Primus fight that I have here. So I will spectate this sporting event, which means I add another Bane, which is really bad. I think I only had like 2 Banes in there before this. Now I have 4. But he heals up to 10, which is very important before going into a Primus fight, that your character be fully healed. And I believe that we are going to fight in the Parthian arena. I am the Parthian, after all. I have a lot of fun with this one. I like the wild times provided by the chariot. I'm going to show, just because I played the traditional way to play on the other two, so I'm not good with this way. I think it's the next one anyway. I've been forgetting to put the cards back in the correct orientation to indicate which one because I haven't been ever going back, so I haven't been paying attention to put it back in the deck so that I know which one it should be. But I'm pretty sure I've played it in the traditional way last. So let me make sure I did all of the spectating things first. Oh yeah, I forgot that I get to check the top events, and then I increased this Scion influence by putting it in my bag, but let me go ahead and mark it. Now, discard this. I put those 3 back in any order I want. Quaking Earth. The start of each of your turns, roll an arena die. Move all possible units in the corresponding direction according to the compass. Units move simultaneously. Oh, that's actually pretty cool. Read when revealed. Calliope, draw in. Sparring match, rival units have +1 health. I want to try that Calliope. So, while this is the top card of the sport deck, you must move your camp to a sport location during the travel phase if possible. This event cannot be spectated. Never mind. I already had plans for showing you guys a new arena. So I'm just going to go ahead and cheat, but it's for your sake. Especially because I only have so much time before I have to be done with this playthrough. So this is going to be the last little skirmish that you guys are going to get to watch. So let's take a look at this. Seize the momentum. I can add a random bag unit to the end of the rival lineup. If after setting up the rival lineup, I may change the arena at any of my choice. So we're in the Plutonian one, so we're drawing Plutonian baddies, and they get 3 of them, and they're Primus. Okay, the Primus and the first one have tactics. I believe, let's see, I believe that's adrenaline for the defender. Oh no, stun. Oops. Attacker gets adrenaline. Okay. Now they're going to get a bag unit and a bag unit. It's getting ugly. Meteor fighter. That's not that bad. Bola hunter. Okay. And none of them have a local advantage. That's nice. So you have to definitely defeat everyone. The first non-Primus rival unit gains 2 hit points. So Stygiana gets 7 hit points, as is stated on her chip. Because she is the Primus, but the first non-Primus. Oh my. Okay, wait. So I'm going to. Oh, and these 3 locals I can put in any order. He's fine. I'm going to just give him 7. Jeez, oh Pete's. Because those 2 fighters are really tough. I might take one of these guys. So I did not get, as you can see, these do not say chip theory. I got these just random chips. And they're dusty looking. They're non-denomination, so this is really the only thing that I use them for. But I saved a bit of money on it compared to the chip theory ones. And they still serve the purpose of having the weight. What you don't realize is, especially with these like big, like double weight chips, is that putting them on top of plastic health die, if you tap it like this, they go cascading. And when you're moving them all through each other like that, having nice heavy stacks really makes the experience a lot nicer. Okay, so Primus comes out first, and she is going to give herself adrenaline, so she permanently has +1 movement. Let's see if we actually remember that. And along with her is going to come this guy, because now they deploy 2 units on the first turn. Okay, so neither of them can move. I really like to get that chariot if at all possible, but I don't think that it is. Okay, so I'm going to put my defender out first. This will be a spawn. One, two, three. Don't believe that these pits count in this version. If you've played the other one, you'll know that the Sandwalker, it talks about how only local units can occupy the 2 central hexes. This one has no mention of that. And also, which also means that my Parthian actually does not have any advantage as a local. 1, 2, 3. He's gonna attack. She can't, thank goodness. And he does not, there is a chariot special attack, but because it's 1-on-1, he doesn't use it. Does 1 damage. It's gonna regen now. Now it's my turn. Okay, so regen. So we'll spawn. I think I'm going to get aggressive because he's currently, with taunt, he's absorbing all the attacks. No, because I can't let her get the spiked armor on this guy because he's going to die fast. So he can move immediately because he's a tactician is why I went with him. This is a lot more difficult when there's more than one, and especially because she can move fast because she has adrenaline. I call it adrenaline because of the song. Adrenaline. I'm sorry, I've been saying it wrong literally this entire time. So this spiked armor, though, will blow up on whichever enemy I choose when this character inevitably dies. So now I can use the spiked attack, but it will hit him too, and I don't want to do that. So I'm going to back up. So he moved there, and then he's moving here to fully intercept and also to get off of the spawn points. Okay, it's attacking time. Reptile's gonna attack. Oh, this is looking so bad. 1 damage to Stygia. Oh, hold on. I forgot that he moved right up against, and he would have placed his stun, so he can't do anything. She gets her thing back. It's the tactics, the enemy tactics I sometimes find a little bit hard to remember to use. I would like to be able to put hamstring on her, but he can only move. To Agile gives him the ability to move when he deploys, but nothing else. So I don't believe that I can. I'm not 100% on that, but that's the way I've been playing it. Okay, so that means it's their turn. So they are just about to brutalize me. So he's going to move to the hex adjacent to the most opponents. Which means there. And then I guess I could have had her move to block first. But she's going to go for the strongest, which is him. Stun is gone. And then he's going to move for the strongest. 1, 2. Okay. Now attacks. He's going to use his attack. This single roll applies to everyone around him, including his teammates. It says any unit, the spiked bladed spout attack. Okay. Nothing, but that popped out. I don't typically count it. So 1 damage to everyone. At least I got her. Okay, so now she's going to attack. She also has retaliate. Let's see if she'll attack her own teammate. After this unit is dealt damage from an attack, if this unit is not defeated and its attacker is within range, this unit deals its attacker 1 damage. I'm sorry, but being hit by a subordinate might make her angry, so I do believe that specials count as attacks. Whereas, well, no, Agile doesn't, so I don't know if specials count as attacks. I'm giving him back because his Agile ability, this unit rolls dice equal to its attack and deals the roll damage to the target. This unit will always use Agile instead of attacking, and it's the same type, so I'm going to say no, it doesn't count as an attack. Okay, so now we're being very fair. Irrationally fair. 3 damage! He's gone. 4 good. Okay, my turn. Here is the problem that I'm having. I really want to attack her because she has all those dice, but I can't attack her because he has taunt and intercept blow, and I can't move away from him because he is still dazed. He has first strike, so he can roll. He also has Fury Aura, which will do her 1 damage, though, and will not get a reciprocal attack because it is not an attack. So now he is going to... Yeah, so as intercept blow, not only will he draw it like he will with taunt, which he also has, but if there's any ally adjacent to the unit, the damage is taken by him if it would defeat the unit. So even if he's not adjacent to your attacking unit, he'll still take the damage. Okay, well, let's give him what he's wanting. It's 4. That's a good amount of hurt we just put on him. Now we will do 1 damage to her because anytime that we can do distance damage, since she has retaliate, that's a good thing. All right, now it's their turn. Oh, you know what? She should have moved. Because she's a tactician, so she gets to move on deployment. Okay, so now they're going to move. These two will stay put. She's going to get within range of the strongest. He's going to move here because he has no way to get to him at all, so he's going to go for the strongest. He has the ability to get near. Okay, so he's going to go first because he's going to roll an attack on everyone. Let's see how he does. Oh my god, he rolled 3. Oh, that's so bad. That's so bad. Dang, that's crazy. Those dice he was rolling should not have, like, there was almost no chance of it doing that. Now he blew up, so he's going to be taking somebody out fully. His team cannot be happy with him about that. No, they cannot be. Okay, so that spiked armor, I'm going to use, I guess, to take this guy out since he has 3 hit points. So now we have a couple of empty chariots sitting there. So now it's my turn. I almost got confused about the order because I just did damage to them, and that's confusing because typically you only do that when you attack, but that spiked armor obviously does it only after he's attacked. So most of the time it's going to be on their turn. You know what? This first strike is very valuable. We can put off an attack entirely with it. So we're going to go with the archer because she has first strike, and we're going to try to take out him. Okay, so now move. So I'm going to go... Wait, okay, so I'm combat locked. I don't think I can move. Opponents that are adjacent to this unit at the start of their turn cannot move during the movement step that turn. Oh, that's so frustrating. Because even if it was that you could move, but you couldn't move away, I could get over there. But that's okay. I'm going to take him out right now anyway. Okay, so let's see. Hopefully... Oh, and he can impel her. So I have the ability to impel a ranged attack. The Parthian can just make one of his archers fire without using an attack. That's amazing. As long as they're not adjacent to an opponent, and because he blew up, she's not. Okay, so 1 damage to Bustarius, who I really would love to recruit, but they are actually dying here, so they will not be available. And he's going to impel... Oh, and Fury Aura. So he's going to use the Fury Aura definitely on Stygian. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. So Fury Aura does does a point of damage to somebody by you at the start of your round. Okay, so she's going to roll on... They have 1 more, huh? Yeah, they've got 1 more. I'd like to attack him, but I already did my movement attacker, so... Okay, only 1 point. Luckily, he's got a ton of damage to lay out right now. Overkill, for sure. Yeah, 4 points of damage. Okay, so their turn. He's spawning. He's deploying. I call it spawning, which is not how it should be seen because they're coming out through the gates, I guess, into the arena onto one of their spots. That's why they come out here, is because they've got a gate there. And he is moving one. And he's not doing anything because he's dazed. So we're going to go here. 1, 2, 3. And we're going to go 1, 2, 3. Oh, you know what? We should stay one back. Yeah. That puts her at too far of a range, but it does keep him from being able to close in and do damage next time. Well, she can move here, and then she won't be too far out. Okay, well, so I'm going to attack with him. 4 damage. He's gone. She's going to attack, and she's going to be impelled to attack. So she's going to get 2 attacks for the price of 1. But she's going to have to heave because that's going to give her an extra... Her heave ability gives her an extra space of range, so she can go 3. Because can go 3 hexes by rolling her strongest die. Nothing. Nothing. Okay. It's pretty wild. So now it is... Oh my... I did move her fully into range. Which also gives him retaliate. Just depending on how he does here. Okay, 1 point of damage. It's not bad. That doesn't mess things up too much, because that means that I can still attack with her. Let's see if we can just wipe him out first, though, with the Parthian. Oh, yep. He did 4 points of damage. That's it for him. Okay. So we won that. We lost 2 comrades, though, which is not good. I was already low on soldiers. Now I'm really low on soldiers. So we'll settle up. First, we heal him all the way up, and he has 10. All right. Yeah, he has 10 hit points, so he gets 3 hit points back. So we get a bunch of nice rewards for when we defeat a Primus. And then we get a hero stat upgrade or a hero prowess, and I think I have all the hero prowesses that I actually want. There's some non-hero prowesses, but you can only get those through special means, like opportunity cards. So we got to mark off a week. We're going to get a couple of upgrades, and we're going to get to recruit. So I'm going to take him. Let me double check that recruitment thing, because you're not supposed to be able to recruit dead. So you may recruit a rival in the same way you would when resolving a sporting event, recruiting any non-elite rival unit from among the rival's defeated units or those still in the arena from that combat. Okay, So yeah, in sporting, they're not dead. That's why you get to recruit them. I'm not sure if there's a reason why you get to on this one, but because when you fight a Primus, you have to kill the whole team. Um, that's the only way to be able to recruit from the Primuses that were used. You notice I'm not putting the Primuses on here because I would show you the lineup for the next Primus fight. This is just if you're using the Mercury's boots, but I'm using this deck of this special Primus deck, and so it doesn't actually matter. So just to leave this so I can move it around, I haven't been putting the Primuses on it. Okay, so I recruited, healed the full, I recruited one, and now I can upgrade two. I could do an opportunity unlock, which would be nice, but I don't have any. I should get some if possible, if I have enough time, though, because they also let you do rerolls. Okay, I gotta count this out. See which would be the best. I will do that later. I'm trying to decide whether I want to increase navigation or not. I can tell you one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to give myself another health point. I've already maxed out my dice, so I'm rolling 4 black dice. I might do navigation because it's getting close. I got 4 more weeks and I got to get all the way over here. Although you can actually travel between spectating, as long as you don't mind taking more Banes. So I might do that. It'll increase Calliope's health, but that's all that it does. Okay, so that is it. You've watched me play 3 rounds of Hoplomachus, Victorum. More than that, because I did spectate one, but you saw me do 3 little fights with the Pandora's Ruin rules. I hope that it was fun. Of course I had fun playing it. I absolutely adore this game. Like, this is a game that has an effect on me like a video game where I just want to keep playing. It makes it hard to walk away. I get kind of obsessed with it. I will even have dreams about these skirmishes. So clearly one of my favorite games. And I'm going to be posting a review, recording and posting a review on them here before too long. So that's it from me, Jalen Riker. Hope you have a great rest of your day. And remember to keep playing solo.